at the bottom of the tweet was the issue of whether you can own chickens in the suburbs is massively important. And instead of actually reading it, all of the Candace people were like, Candace would never let you. And I got 3,000 replies about Candace, which I literally never even tweeted about her. It's fascinating. So then, even after I admitted what I did, I tweeted today, I have been chosen to moderate the debate. And at the bottom, I said, J.D. Vance's chicken ownership has been contentious, blah, blah, blah. And still, they're spam blasting. Yeah. Candace actually had to make a statement where she was like, no, he's not moderating. Yeah, right. And then I did another tweet where I said, despite what you've heard, I am moderating, but I'm literally not even talking about it. The point is, these people don't read. You don't read. Here's the point. In the early days, in the late 2000s, I was watching Alex Jones' Prison Planet InfoWars. And it was a lot of interesting things that he was right about, a lot of wackaloon nonsense. Remember when Alex went on Joe Rogan and talked about 5G towers, animal hybrids, interdimensional beings, and he said, they're turning people into chimeras or whatever? That was the wackaloon insanity. At the time, what year was this? Was it like 2016 or 17 or something when that interview happened? There is a contingent of people, and this is what Candace is tapping into. The only thing they believe is that those in power are lying. That's it. So in the early days, I don't want to say the early days of Alex Jones, because late 2000s wasn't really his earliest days. He's saying things that somewhat, a lot of it was still like atrazine he was right about. He was reading reports on this stuff. He was right about a lot. But when we started getting to the, like, let's just be honest, like the Sandy Hook conspiracy stuff, he captured a massive audience of people who just want to believe whatever the machine says is a lie. So now the issue is, Trump has become the machine. Conspiracy stuff, he captured a massive audience of people who just want to believe whatever the machine says is a lie. So now the issue is, Trump has become the machine. That he's crushed the deep state, he's a shattered USAID, he's scattered people in, and it's his team in charge now. And so this same court of people is literally just in conspiracy land. The issue for us, and for a lot of people right now that watch this show, is that we're in fact land. We don't always get it right, we often get it wrong. And I don't care if it's Trump or Hillary, Candace or anybody. If they're saying something that is true, I will say, yeah, they're probably right about it. But this contingent of online conspiracy people will just say, no, Trump's wrong now, he is Epstein. And it's like, Trump's the guy who got Epstein arrested in the first place. I'm not suggesting he's done a good job and Bongino and Cash have done a good job on Epstein, but it was Trump's administration where they actually raided, went to the jail and they got him and all this stuff. Believe whatever you want, but now that Trump is the power, they immediately no longer trust him. Yes. And anybody who's still with him is part of the conspiracy. This is the issue in this country. At the time, you have, I think, largely Donald Trump, I would say, monetized this in a sense. I remember I was at a Best Buy, and this is back in like 2019, and some guy was like, oh, hey, you're Tim Pool. And I was like, yeah. He's like, hey, nice to meet you. I watch you all the time. And then immediately started asking me about child sacrifice and consuming brain, and he was like,